After decades of working as an architect in the bustling city of Heraklion, Andreas finally retired. Life on the Greek island of Crete was always full of noise and daily busyness, and he didn't have enough time to discover his passion that he had been yearning for since he was a child: photography. He always carried a small camera with him on his trips, but with work and family commitments, he was unable to develop that talent. Now, after retirement, Andreas found himself living a quieter, more contemplative life. He moved to a small house on the southern coast of the island, overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. Every morning, he would stand in front of the sea, contemplating the beauty of nature around him. The water seemed more alive than ever, as if reflecting a new life awaiting him, full of possibilities that he had never had time to discover before. On his first morning in his new home, he took his old camera and went out to explore the natural beauty of the island. He began taking pictures of the rocky beaches, the towering mountains, and the olive trees that stretched as far as the eye could see. In each scene, he discovered breathtaking views that passed him by every day without him noticing them. Andreas photographed the waves crashing against the rocks, and the sun setting on the horizon, casting magical golden and orange hues on the sky and the water. As the days passed, photography became more than just a hobby. It was a way for Andreas to connect with his inner nature and the world around him. He wasn't content with just photographing landscapes, but also began to capture moments of daily life in the small village he had moved to. He would photograph fishermen preparing their nets, farmers tending to their olive trees, and even children playing on the beach. Each image told a story, capturing the simple and profound spirit of life in Crete. One evening, while sitting in a village cafe, he spoke with an old friend who knew about his new passion. This friend suggested that he hold an art exhibition to showcase his photographs, which stirred up a mixture of enthusiasm and hesitation in Andreas. He had never thought of showing his work to the public, but the idea began to form in his mind, especially after his photos were well received by his friends. Andreas finally decided to take this experience. He began preparing for his first art exhibition in a small hall in the village. He carefully selected a collection of photos he had taken throughout the year, focusing on the diversity between nature and everyday life. He wanted to show through his photos the magic of the island that he saw from his own perspective, the beauty of the small details that make up life in Crete. The opening day of the exhibition came, and Andreas did not expect so many people to attend. But he was surprised to find that the hall was filled with locals, and even some tourists who had heard about the event. Everyone who attended was impressed by the photos he had displayed, especially those in which he captured the sea at sunrise and sunset, where the light played on the surface of the water in magical ways. The photos he took of fishermen and farmers also touched everyone's hearts, because they reflected a part of their daily lives that they knew well. The most impressive was a photo he called "The Spirit of the Sea," which captured a unique scene of a small boat at sea with the sun reflecting on the calm waters. The photo perfectly embodied the state of inner peace Andreas had reached after retirement. After the success of the exhibition, Andreas received invitations to exhibit his work in larger galleries in Heraklion and Athens.